Hey guys, so today I figured I'd take it back to PIR weekend, talk about that, how it was for me, the basic rundown, my experience, and how it all went. So, Simon's PIR was back in September. I know it really doesn't seem that long ago, but it kind of is now. So, what we did was we made reservations at the Navy Lodge. So that would be where we were staying. It's right down the road from the base and from where they have these ceremonies. So we caught a flight Thursday morning and we're there by Thursday afternoonish. We drove around, looked at everything, kind of figured out where things were, so where he was, where he would be. And then Thursday night we went to Sarge's meet and greet. That's something that I suggest a lot of you look into. Um, if you're going to PIR in Great Lakes, look into Sarge's meet and greet. It's a great thing. He does it every Thursday before PIR. I forget where it's at, but basically it's just everyone is invited. Every family is invited who has someone graduating that Friday, the next day, and it's a great way to meet people that have been going through the same thing you have. It's a great way to see if um, someone's parent or girlfriend knows your significant other or brother, whatever it may be. So that's great. Um, that's how I met two of my best friends, actually. Both their boyfriends were graduating the same day Simon was, and it was the first time we got to meet in person, so that's also a really great thing about it. They do kind of like raffles. He gives a great speech. Sarge gives a great speech. It's a really nice time. It's really nice. It kind of gets you excited, even more excited than you already are for PIR. So there's that. That got over with about 10 o'clock, and by that time we got back to the hotel and we were exhausted from traveling, so we actually, before we went to bed, we scheduled with Sarge to have him have a car pick us up in the morning, because if you do that, that's one thing I suggest you guys do. Don't drive over there yourselves. Call Sarge or a car service, because in the morning, when you wake up and you're going to PIR, you obviously want to be early, but there is going to be traffic like you would not believe because of all the people that want to get in there. But because we called Sarge and he drove us, we got to go through the middle lane, pass through all these cars, and just drive right up. So that's one thing I would suggest you guys do, is call Sarge, set that up. So anyways, we woke up at about 4 o'clock in the morning to start getting ready, just because we wanted to make ourselves look nice. And we left, I want to say around 6:30ish. And so yeah, it's again 5 minutes away, so we got there relatively early, and we went through all the lines and the security stuff to make sure your name was on the list, which that was scary for me because Simon put down his mom, his two aunts, or is it one aunt? His mom, his two aunts, and his grandma on his list that he could fill out. And there wasn't any room for me, so he actually had a kid that wasn't using all of his tickets put my name down, and I was just really afraid that wasn't going to work out. I was so scared, but that worked out. So we went in, we sat down, and I believe it started at 9:30, so we were sitting down for a good 2 hours. But they come marching in, and you go through the whole ceremony, and then when Liberty's called, you can go down and see them, and that's just great. Then personally, I don't know what happens if they kind of had to graduate and go, because Simon's A school was right in Great Lakes, right across the street. So what happened with that is you let them go, and it took about 3 hours for him. It took shorter or longer for other people, but around 3 o'clock we went and we picked him up, and we had him all that night until 10 o'clock when he had to be back. We picked him up around 7 on Saturday, and we had that whole day with him until 10 o'clock, and then Sunday until 10 o'clock, and then we left on Monday. But that's basically how PIR works. My friends that their boyfriends had to leave to go to different school, they had them Friday, like the rest of Friday, right after PIR. Like they didn't have to go anywhere for a few hours, but they had them right after PIR, but then they had to go to the airport, so they got to wait at the airport for them. So that's basically how my experience was with PIR. That's basically how it goes, I think, every time. I don't think there's anything really different. If you have any other questions about Navy graduation from boot camp, PIR, you can message me and I'll be happy to answer them for you guys. Thank you. Bye.